Hi everyone, it's Dawn and welcome back to my channel. If you're new to my channel, I'm Dawn. I'm a 51-year-old woman here in the mature beauty community, and I talk about skincare, makeup, healthy living, and a lot of other things. So if you're interested, please hit the subscribe button and stick around. I am in my room today as usual, and I've got the window open because it is the most beautiful fall day today. And as luck would have it, there's someone either putting a new roof up. Oh yeah, I actually can see it. My neighbors directly behind me are putting a new roof on their house. I don't know how I missed that. I could hear banging, but I just didn't look out that window. But the whole roof is torn off. So that's what's going on. So there's some banging. So I hope that doesn't bother you too much. If it does, I'll close the window and hopefully that will help. The window, they're working back there, and the window I have open is over here. So hopefully it will be okay because it feels so nice to have some fresh air finally coming in through the house. I shopped for a few things on the 21 Days of Beauty sale. And one of the things that I finally picked up was a Lorac palette. I've never owned anything from Lorac before, but women talk about it on YouTube all the time. And FYI, I was at Marshall's yesterday, and they have some Lorac palettes there. They don't have this one, but they have quite a few Lorac products. Not just, they had like one eyeshadow palette. It was a really large one, and then they had a bunch of other things. So anyways, TJ Maxx and Marshall's do occasionally carry Lorac, and right now my Marshall's is bursting at the seams. So I'm hopefully going to do a little bit of shopping on for some staples that I need, and I can share that with you coming up because I know some of you really like those kinds of videos. But anyways, I got this on the 21 Days of Beauty. I think it's normally somewhere around $30, $35, and I think I got it for like $12 or something like that. There were 4 of them or 5 of them, and this is the one I selected because I had my eye on this one for a really long time. It has a lot of really beautiful colors. I'm sure that you probably have some palettes that have these colors in them, so you can copy this look using whatever you have, but it is a really beautiful palette, so in case you're wondering. And it's been around for a very long time, so there's a lot of YouTube videos to give you tutorials and ideas on how to use it, which is what I've been watching, so I can get some ideas. So I did watch several videos, and then I just decided to put together a look that I thought would work for me. The palette did come with an eyelid primer, which I really am enjoying a lot. It doesn't look like much. It's a little tube, but you know, a tiny little dot is all you need. So this will go a long way. I mean, I would not be surprised if I have this like a year from now. This is really all you need when it comes to eyelid primers or tiny little tubes, because they will get old and dry up. You know, you don't want like a huge, I like to buy minis in a lot of things just for that reason. Okay, so I'm just putting on my eyelid primer, and I'm going to show you a really simple basic look that I learned how to do using my Lorac Pro palette. The top row is all mattes and the bottom row is shimmers. I did play around with several of the shimmers, and the shimmers are very wearable. They're not glittery shimmers, they're just shimmery. They're incredibly pigmented, and they don't accentuate crepey skin, or you know, some shimmers can I don't know, just like look so metallic-y that it makes crepey skin look crepier or drier. It doesn't do that. So I'm just gonna go ahead and get started. I'm gonna use mostly Sonia Kashuk brushes because that's what I have right now, but I'm gonna start with a Tarte brush that I have, and it's a two-sided brush. It's a fluffy end and a pencil brush on the other side. So it's just a nice little brush that I have from Tarte. And the first thing I'm going to do is put down this nude shade right here. They have a matte shade exactly like it. This one's the shimmer. And I'm just gonna pick that up on the fluffy side of my brush and put that on my mobile lid and really brighten that up. Look how pretty that is. Usually I have a hard time with the light shades because they look just like my skin. You know, like they're not bright enough, and it's hard for me to find something bright enough. So sometimes I end up just using like a little bit of a concealer that's really light on my eyelids. But this is perfect. So I've got that down. This is going to be a really easy look. Actually, I'm going to take a Morphe crease brush. It's a fluffier crease brush. I was going to use my Sonia Kashuk large eyeshadow brush, but I wanted something a little bit fluffier than that. So I'm going to use a Morphe. These are just from Ulta, these little Morphe brushes here. And I am going to go in with this color right here called Sable. Pick some of that up, really pigmented. The mattes do not have a lot of fallout. They're very pigmented, but they don't have a lot of fallout. The darker shimmer shades do have kick up. So I didn't want to forget to tell you that. So I'm just going to go into my crease and just kind of apply that there. What I like about this brush is that it fits right into the crease. So it's kind of a no-brainer. You can't really make a mistake. It stays right where it needs to stay. If I place it here, the color goes exactly where I want it to go. And I'm just applying this into my crease and up onto my brow bone. And the reason I'm doing that is because if I don't apply it up high like this, when I look straight on at you later today, like if it's just in the crease, it'll sink in and you won't even see it. Sometimes I think that I've applied enough eyeshadow or gone up high enough, and I'll take a picture to put on like Instagram, and it doesn't even look like I have any eyeshadow on, and I actually do, but it's just all fallen into the crease. So I always make sure I go up above for that reason. And the second reason is that I have a lot of space up here between my mobile lid and my brow, and it makes that recess and not look quite so large. And the lighter color on the inside makes my eyes look like there's a good separation between them. They're not too close together, and it just kind of opens everything up. So I don't want to get the dark shade down like on these flaps of skin right here. I have inverted hooded eyes where a lot of people's flap of skin is here and it kind of hangs here. And if that's your case, because that's the more common problem, you would just put the shadow right onto that flap of skin. I don't have that. I have it here on the inside, and it's just a genetic thing that I've always had. And I thought in the past, I'll just put the color there, but it really just makes my eyes look closer together and smaller. So I have to keep that area really bright. But even if you don't have that flap of skin, you still want to keep that area pretty bright. Unless your eyes are a little too wide set, then you could use a darker shade in there and it will bring them in closer to your nose. It's all about creating shadows, light and shadows, and creating an illusion. And that's what I love about watching makeup videos, is that it really is an art, you know? It's like working like an artist, except on people's faces or on your own face. And I think that we all get to be like expert artists with our own faces. If you enjoy makeup like I do and you play around with it a lot, you know, you do it every single day, you're gonna get good at it. So all right, so that's all I'm gonna do there. I think I blended it enough. I just always wanna blend it very well. I'll do a little more blending at the end. Now I'm gonna take the large eyeshadow brush from Sonia Kashuk, and I'm going in with this shade Garnet right here. And it's this beautiful garnet red. It's so pretty. It does have kick up, like I said, but it's so pigmented, and you have to be very careful not to put too much on your brush and to tap it off. And what I'm going to do with that is, you know, a lot of people like to create that outer V, but I have such a little space there, it's hard to do it. So I usually just take the brush and pack the color there, like so. So if you have that kind of problem too, you know, some people have more space and they can do like a reverse 7 here. I guess I could if I used like a pencil brush. But anyway, this works for me. So I just put the garnet here in the outer corner, and I kind of just swirl it into the crease right beneath that sable color. And since I have blue eyes, this reddish garnet color is on the opposite side of the color wheel, so it will make my blue eyes stand out. If you have green eyes, the same thing, maybe even hazel eyes. It's always a good idea to find out what the contrasting color is for your eye color, because that will help you determine what eye colors will make your eyes stand out the most. I feel like people who have dark brown eyes are like really blessed because they can really do anything they want. They can fool around with really bright colors and it will just look really, not that I can't, but you know what I mean. It's like they sort of have like more of a neutral canvas to work with. Okay. Now I am just taking a Sephora fluffy shader brush, a blending brush, and I am going to blend because I really don't like any sharp lines or anything like that. I like to just really blend it out, make it look sheer and natural. Okay. Now I'm taking this little flat detail brush, and this is Morphe. It's actually got a name, so let me tell you what it is. This is a Morphe M124 flat brush. I really like this brush a lot. Real Techniques makes a lot of fine detail brushes that are good too, like this brush from Real Techniques. I actually really like it because it's got the point on it. Actually, let's use that one. This one's more affordable and easily accessible, so we'll use this one. I really like Real Techniques brushes a lot. I've been replacing my Real Techniques brushes with Sonia Kashuk brushes because some of mine are pretty old, but I still love Real Techniques brushes. Okay, so now I am just going to go back in with the garnet and just tap a tiny bit onto the brush, and I'm going to just very gently line my lower lash line only till I get to my iris. Like I'm not going to go in any further than that, because if I do, this red color on the inner corners will make me look like I have pink eye. It just doesn't look healthy. And I just find it, no matter what color it is, I really like just using it on the outer quarter of my eye. And then I'm just going to kind of blend it up to where this is. So everything is like from the corner of my eyebrow to the corner of my eye, like a diagonal. And I'm just kind of bringing this up and marrying it into the colors here. And I'm just going to take the same brush, and I'm not going to clean it off or anything. And I'm just going to go in with this brown here called Espresso. And it's a matte also. Pick up some of the espresso, and I'm going to use it to line my upper lash line. If you get it a little bit damp, that works really well too, because it's easier to smudge. See, the darker colors have some fallout. You can see I've already gotten some fallout, but I really like to use the shadow as an eyeliner because you can smudge it out so nicely. And it's just a very soft look, as opposed to if I use my liquid eyeliner, it's, you know, you have to really work hard to smudge it. Let me clean that up real quick. Now I just have a smudger brush from Sonia Kashuk again, and I'm gonna smudge that line and make it very soft. All right, last thing I'm gonna do is just take this matte shade right here on my finger. It's the one right across from the one that's on my mobile lid. And just kind of press that over the shimmer just in the inner corner and brighten things up. I'm just gonna use my NYX light brown brow product, and I'm just gonna fill in my brows. And I really need to pluck a few strays I have here. I'm looking at my magnifying mirror, and you know, on Sundays, I usually do that. I get in there and I tweeze my brows, and I do like this whole like little routine of things that you just don't do on a daily basis. Like I use the tinkle razors and shave the peach fuzz off my face. I do like my little overnight peel, the Derma E overnight peel. I do a lot of little things like that on Sundays, but I skipped this Sunday because we had such a busy weekend. I told you last week that we were celebrating my daughter Paulina's birthday, and thank you all so much for the beautiful birthday wishes and well wishes for a good time that you left on that video. I really appreciate it. We had a wonderful time, but I was just so tired. I didn't do like my weekly upkeep, and my nails are a mess and my brows are a mess, and but it was worth it. Okay, now this is Brow Stylist from L'Oreal, and it's just like a nice brow gel. Oops, I'm like so messy today. There. I really like this product. Okay, now I curled my lashes before I started, so I'm just not gonna mess with that again. And let's just go with the number 7 tubing mascara that I'm crazy about right now. And we are gonna just put a nice light coat of mascara on my lashes, just to complete the look. I don't want anything too glam. This is just like a really nice everyday makeup look. So I don't want to use anything, too volumizing. I just want to get a little bit of mascara on. I really like this mascara so much. I have to go to Trader Joe's today to pick up some food items that we need. There's a few things that we like to get from Trader Joe's that I don't get. They don't have it at my other stores, so I go there, usually once a month. But I also need to replenish some beauty items that we use from Trader Joe's. So if you want, I could put that in a video. I have some items that I always purchase from Trader Joe's, and I've run out of basically everything. So I was gonna restock. So let me know if you are curious about what I like to get from Trader Joe's. Okay. I just have to look in the mirror, make sure everything looks symmetrical. This eye isn't as blended as this one. So I'm just gonna go back in with the blending brush and blend that a little bit more. Or if you like that look, you can just add a little more onto the other eye, make them match. And the very last thing I'm gonna do is just use a little Bare Minerals Mineral Veil and a brush like this from Real Techniques, and just tap the tiniest bit on the brush and just set my under eye. I didn't use any concealer today. I just used my foundation. I'm trying a new foundation. It's not a brand new one, but it's new to me, and I'm really liking it so far, but I don't want to talk about it yet until I know how it's going to work for me. I've only worn it a couple of times, but so far I really like it a lot. So anyways, this is the finished look. Okay, so I'm going to take my hair down and I'll be right back. Okay, so this is the finished look. I'll bring you in really close. And I hope you enjoyed this little demo. It would move a whole lot quicker if I weren't talking you through it. It would be just so fast and easy. So thank you for spending some time with me. I hope you enjoyed this, and I hope you have a blessed and beautiful day. I'll see you next time.